Welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be taking you through the step-by-step process on how to make this 3D apple shape pocket design. Just follow up as we go.
Alright, good day everyone. Very quickly, we'll just be making the 3D apple pocket design. Alright, to do that, what we just basically need is our pocket. This is the steel we'll be using. This is the steel they use for breast pad. You can just go to where you get materials and then just tell them you need that steel for breast pad. This, and then you need your fabric for it. So what we'll just do now quickly is just to get the apple shape. Yeah, for our pockets, we don't want the design to be too big. So what we'll be using for the apple shape work area, after folding your pattern, this is the pattern I'll be using. I will not be using this as my pocket. This is just the pattern to cut out the apple shape. So what I'll just need to do, I just need 2.5 inches. I can use 2.2 inches, 2.5 inches. So let's just use 2.5 inches. After folding it into two, just draw your line, mark out 2.5 inches, then by 1 inch. You can start making 1.1 inch by 1 inch. So this is what will determine how big our apple shape will be on the pocket. So just mark it down, connect the mark, connect your mark like this. So now we'll be sketching our apple. If you're sketching this, if you are making this sketch from this part, that means where we'll be having our bite. Okay, let's just sketch it first, then as we go on I'll try to explain to you how it will be once we have our bites. So now to just sketch this, just basically do what you can, or you can just download apple shape and print it out. Then you try to work on it, or you just print the exact measurement you need. So as to be using it for your pattern, just use it for your pattern whenever you want to do this design. But for this tutorial, we just have to use our free hands to sketch what we want. I'm not an artist, so don't expect anything extraordinary. So at first, if you're sketching, just make your pen faint. Then when you are getting your shape, the desired shape, then you can now shading it. Perfect. I think this is what we want now for this. This will go, and then after that, we need to sketch the leaf, apple leaf. But before we do that, we need to cut out this apple shape that we are having. So now we just have to cut out hope you can see what I'm doing. Just follow closely. Your first sketch, not have to be perfect. If you want to do this, before you do it, you can just practice for some minutes, and then after that you know how to go about it. Now perfect, we have our apple design here. So now let's try to make the bite. So now I don't want our bite to be too big, so if I don't get something, I can start from this and end here. So let's just try to connect. You can see I don't want it to be too big. It's just a small bite. Now you can see we have our apple, we have the bite. So let's just cut out the bite. All right, we have our apple bite. Flip it this way, accurate. So now what we'll be doing, we'll place it on our color stay we'll be using. We place it on it, and then we have to trace this out. You can decide to keep this for your pattern. Whenever you want to do this design, you just bring it out and then just trace it to just make your work faster and easier. Now we'll be using this one for our leaf. So what we just have to do is just to shape it to get the leaf-like shape. Just have to adjust it, it's too big, to get our leaf-like shape. Okay, I think this is perfect. Or should we have to reduce it a little bit? This is perfect. Let's leave it this way. So now to go further from this part, what we need to do is to fold our stay into two. Follow carefully. Just fold your pockets into two. That's the pockets you've cut out. Make sure you cut out your pocket. Fold it into two equal parts like this. And then what we just need to do quickly, on the shining part, on the sugary part, this shining part that we placed with the gum, that's where we want to place this our design that we've cut out. Also fold this into two. Make sure you're having the center line. Both of them should, you place them like this on the center line. This center line to this center line. To place it, make sure it's accurate. Let me drag it down a little bit. This is too high. So just place it on it the way you want it, position it very well, and then confirm your leaf is perfect. So what we need to do now is to sketch out. Watch carefully. What I'm doing now is on the sugary part, because this is how the pocket will be displayed. This shiny part, this is how it will be displayed to anybody that is seeing it, even to you first, guys, that is doing it. So just make sure you are marking on this shining part. Alright, well, I always advise you make this pattern first so that you will not have to cut a lot of pocket. After making the first one, you notice that it's not perfect, you cut another pocket, and no. Just, you can use a piece of paper for this pattern. Just cut it out and then try it. If it's okay, then you just know that you are good to go. So now for the leaf, we'll be placing it like this. That's also at the middle part. Which will be starting from this middle side and then on it like this. You don't want so just place it and then you sketch, you trace around it. Perfect. It's looking bigger, but I like it this way. Alright, what we'll just do now, just keep your pattern. Whenever you want to use it, you just reflect it back on it. So what we need to do now is to cut out this shape, this apple shape all around, and I also cut out this one. So I think I'll be fast forwarding this video. I would not like it to stay too long, but I don't want the video to be too lengthy. I always want to give you the best and the fastest and the simplest technique to any problem. So basically I'm just cutting it out. So I have to fast forward this. You just watch carefully. Try to follow the line. Perfect. You can see how it is looking. So now what we need to do quickly now is just to gum it to our fabric. Alright, this is the fabric we'll be using. This is the fabric we'll be using for the job. So what we'll just do now is just to cut out our work area for this, and then we'll go straight ahead to cut out the stay, that the breast part stay. We just have to cut it out, and then now note to cut this breast part stay, so as to have a perfect result. What I would love you to do now is just to fold the stay if you can get it into 4 parts, that's if you want it to pop very well. This is the thickness we'll be having at the end of our job. But if you want it to be very thick, then you have to go higher than that. But I think these 4 parts will be okay for us. So now what we'll do quickly now is just to place it on our gum. This is why it is good to have your pattern from the beginning. So just place it on your gum, on your stay this way, and then you mark it out. Or if you can be accurate, you just cut it with your stay on it like this. Okay, so let's try to cut it this way, but it's advisable you just mark out. But I don't know if my pencil will not do, so I just have to hold it down and then I'll cut around it. So if you notice the way I'm folding it, I'm having the sugary part, that's the part with the gum, that means the shining parts facing each other. So I just have to cut it, hold it down very well, make sure it's firm, and then I'll just cut around the pattern. You can see. So I'm just basically cutting around my pattern. Okay, once we have everything thought out, so what we need to do now is just to attach them to each other, just gum them. So to gum it, you just need to just place them, shining parts facing shining parts, and then you press them individually like this, just pair, 2, 2. And they also do the same thing with this one. Shining part facing shining part, shining part facing shining part. So just gum it down. Sprinkle a little water. Alright, now you're having 2 pieces instead of 4. So now we still want to merge these two to become one. So to merge these two now, we'll be using our our Emi gum for this. So just quickly place our Emi gum in between and then we'll just gum it down. Now it's now one piece. Then we also try to do the same thing to this part. Alright. It's fitting. Okay, now quickly what we just do now is to gum our pockets. So this will be our main fabric for the pocket. So we just have to gum it, place it on it, and then we'll just iron it down the way it's supposed to be. What we need to do now is just to notch around it. Just notch. They're having 2 methods for this. I've done one of the tutorials then, and then I think I used the method I stitch around and then face it. So for this method now, what we'll be doing, I'll just cut 1/2 inch round. Okay. Now once I have this, I'll just notch close, like it's not be too close to the edge, that's the ending of the design. No, it's not be too close. So it should be close, but not to the point where we'll be touching it. So just notch around it. Okay, so what we'll do now is to gently fold inward this way, and we are going to take our time doing this. So we just gently fold it inward. So you can check our description box. You see the previous tutorial we've done on this. That's a different method entirely. That's a different method. And also the materials we use are also different from this. I think we use foam for that tutorial instead of this breast pad, what do you call it, facing. Okay, so let's try to place it and see what we are having. Okay. Okay, this is how the apple will be appearing now. So to do this, our apple, that means our design, our fabric will be here. Then this back, at this back, now we'll be putting our stay. You can use the lightest stay. This is what I will be using for this tutorial now. So let's spread the center this way. Okay, see? And then what I'll do now is to get the combination I'll be using. Just place your hemigum on your design. This is how the design will be appearing. Just place your hemigum on it like this. And then you just put the combination the way you want it. You just place it on it like this way. Watch carefully. So you press. Okay. Now we are having our stay, and then we are also having our combination. So now what we want to do, we want to get all the edges. I want it to be very accurate, all the edges. So you can just decide to tweak your work. You can just decide to tweak your work. Okay, now what we just do, that we're just trying to press. What the first thing I did now is to press the top of my design. This is how the design will appear. I press the top, and then what I will do next is to press the edges, all the edges. I'm trying to get. I'm just pressing from the top down to the edge. This way. I'm trying to make sure all the shape will be showing. So just press from the top all the way to the edge, and then I'll press the edge on it. You understand what I'm doing? Just follow carefully. I'll just start from the top, I'll press it down to the edge, and then I'll press the edge. You watch what I'm doing? Just from the top, you come down to the edge. You rotate your work. If you can see it's coming out, the 3D apple design is showing already. So you just press from the top all the way to the edge. I don't want this gum to stain my pressing iron, so what I'll do is quickly to trim out those. Just cut out the gum part, add the part to the stay. Just cut it out quickly, and then I'll continue with the design, with the process rather. You just press from the top all the way to the edge. Press from the top all the way to the edge. I'm just trying to be fast with this. Press from the top all the way to the edge. You can do it this way. I'm assuring you that you have a very nice and well finished outcome. This is not the final press though. This is just to hold it in place for us to do the final ironing or the final pressing. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Oh, my pressing iron is so cold. So let me just increase the heat. can see the 3D apple design is coming out. Alright, I think the iron is a bit hot now. Let's just proceed. Okay, so I see the iron is a bit hot now. You can see our results are just coming out very, very okay. We are just going through the edges, very importantly. Okay, so you can see, let's try to verify what you are doing. Wow, you can see the design is popping already. You can see it is popping. It is popping. Okay, so we also do the same thing to the leaf part. This leaf part. So we just have to get SA. Okay, honey boss, everything. Alright, now basically we'll see what we just do. We just have to stitch. See? So we just have to take it to the sewing machine and then we'll stitch around the edges this way. Also place this one in. I'll also stitch around the edges. Alright, to do this now, what we're needing is to use this invisible zipper foot I'll be using for this, for joining of the design. We can't use the normal foot if not to run the design, to not work well. So to do this, we have to change the foot. Okay, now we change it, so what we just do now is to stitch around the design. So you just have to position it the way it should be, which is this way. And then we start the stitch. We'll be stitching this way. Watch carefully. You can see we'll be stitching at the edge, very close to the edge. Just take your time with this process. This is the part where you're finishing with tail. If you want the work to be very neat, you have to take your time with the process. Give it time. That's the only thing it's requesting from you, time. Make sure you are giving it all the time and then you're adjusting as you go. Okay, you can see. You get the idea? Now we'll just do the same thing to the smaller part, which is leaf. Place it. And then we stitch around it. Okay, you see the way it's looking? That is all that is needed. Alright, let's just quickly press it down. The first method of this design we did, please go and check it out. We use different material for the design, different material entirely. So just check it out so you know if you have those materials around you, so you just know which just know what to do when you're not having either materials. So we still have to do the design no matter what. So just check the tutorial will be in the description box. I'll also try to drop it in the comment section. So we are done with the pressing, and this is what we are having. You can see how the design is looking. Actually, this is just a sketch. I'm not using this for any customer. Otherwise, I was supposed to use the same thread and also pay some sort of attention to this job. But you can do better. Someone just asked me for this tutorial, so I just decided to just make it very quickly, fast to show the step-by-step process on how to go about this. You can see. So you can do better than this. So you have the understanding now. You know what to do. All right. This will be it for this tutorial. Please, if you have any question, don't forget to drop it in the comment section. Like, share, also subscribe if you like to see more of this. We'll be making a different design of this same pattern. Understand? Like different design. It can be like an art shape or something else. I'll also drop into the description box when I'm done. So please don't miss out on any of our tutorials. See you guys some other time. Peace.
Alright, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, leave a comment, like, and also share our video. See you guys in some other tutorials.